So yeah, thank you, team and leadership for showing your appreciation towards us. We greatly appreciate that.
And
We appreciate
congratulations on all
you,
your
Chelsea.
awards, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else there on Saturday that wants to talk about your experience?
I see David Johnson is here. He was
Yeah.
he was
And
there.
David has rejoined us.
Yes, it was a pleasure. I thought that it was well organized and well put together. The magician was awesome. I was trying to figure out some of those things he was doing. I said I got to get up closer, but he was pretty good though. He was very good actually.
David, it
And
didn't matter. I was sitting in front of him and I didn't see anything.
right, you and DJ was right there up front.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, overall I just like I said, I'm coming back to Kale as you guys know, and just trying to be a little bit more interactive this time and see where we go.
Thanks for coming back.
We're so excited to have you back, David.
Oh,
Likewise.
all right. Well, I think we could probably thank you, David. I think we can probably get started. We'll have some people coming in, but we're recording this so they can always watch anything that they miss. Um, Thank you for everyone for joining us. This is our February 2026 sales meeting. We are super excited to have you here. My name is DJ Paris. In case you guys don't know me, we have a great show for you today. We have Risa, Tim, Rick, Brent, and really the whole crew is here. Before we dive in, I just wanted to talk about something real quick that could put money in your pocket. So this is our quick agenda. We're just going to blitz past it because I want to talk to you about broker referrals. So we have a broker referral program, and I believe it's the most generous one in the industry, at least here in Chicago. Here's the deal, agents and other brokerages, friends, people you see at showings, at open houses, association events, co-op agent on the other side of your deals. But all you have to do is make an introduction to myself, to Risa, to Tim. Just let us know, hey, talk to my friend. Send us a quick email, maybe even CC that other agent and say, hey, you guys should talk. And that's it. We will take it from there. And here's what happens if they end up joining us. And by the way, they don't have to join us that day. They can join us anytime into the future. But the moment they do join us, you get $150 immediately into your pocket. And then every single time that broker does a sale while they're here at Kale, just a sale, you're going to get 20% of the fee that we collect, which is normally $400. It could be less, but it's typically 400, which means you get about 80 bucks every time they close a sale indefinitely. But there's actually one additional bonus you get, which you get paid out immediately. So when that person joins us, we are going to look at their previous production on the MLS, and we're going to see all of the sales on the MLS that they completed in the past 12 months. For every sale they completed up to 9, you're going to get a $100 bonus. So that could be an extra $900. So just to recap this, you make us an introduction, the person joins us, $150 up front. And then every time they do a sale here at Kale, you're going to get 20% of the fee that we collect, which is normally going to be 80 bucks to your pocket. And then an additional up to $900, depending on how many deals they completed in the past 12 months. So in theory, you could get over $1,000 right up front just for introducing us to somebody that you know. And there's no limit on the number of people you can do, of course, send over to us. So please keep that in mind. That really helps us. And we like you guys, and we want you to tell us about the people that you like, because odds are they'd be great agents here. So just send us an email, either Risa, myself, or Tim. Let us know who we should be talking to, and we really appreciate it. All right, let's get on to the good stuff. I would like to introduce somebody that some of you might not know, and his name is Brent Scott. He is our CEO, and he plays more of a background role in the industry, in our company, but he is very present in all of our operations, all of the way that we manage, and he is very integral. But a lot of you haven't met him yet, so I wanted to bring him on. He is our CEO, but I want him to just talk about our training division, because we have this training department called the Locker Room, which he's affiliated with as well. And every single one of you has access to this right now. And the Locker Room provides coaching, workshops, prospecting competitions, and real accountability systems to help you grow your business. So Brent, take it away and tell them about the Locker Room.
Well, I appreciate it, DJ. Thank you so much for having me, giving me the opportunity to chat a little bit about something that I am very passionate about. My story as a real estate professional started in 2003, and I am a statistical real estate agent. I failed out in my first 2 years of business. In fact, it only took me 18 months to fail out of business my first time. And when I got back into business exactly 1 year later, I realized that the reason that I had failed the first time was because I didn't have a plan, I didn't have a system, I didn't have things. And so fast forward to 2017, I had gone through a lot of changes in my real estate career. And one thing that I knew that was in my future was helping other real estate professionals succeed. And so in 2016, 2017, I decided to affiliate myself with the Locker Room Real Estate Training and Coaching Company. And together we have created systems, roadmaps. Some of you are familiar with our track program. We have a lot of resources available, not to tell you how to be successful in real estate, but to give you the roadmap to show you how to figure it out yourself. Because I truly believe that everybody's success in real estate is very individual. It's very unique. And that's what we believe in the locker room is we believe that the best thing that we can do is help agents find their path to success. So I would encourage you to plug into our resources, the Locker Room University. If you don't have a login, reach out to Risa, our VP of Agent Development. She'll get you logged in, login. We have weekly training conversations every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central, group conversation with our entire Locker Room Nation. I would encourage you to participate in those. I know I see several of you on those every Tuesday. Thank you so much for doing that. And if there's ever anything that I can do to help you, not only am I the CEO of Kale Realty, but I'm also a real estate coach for about 10 years now. So if there's anything that I can do, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. Thanks, DJ, for the time, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. Want to just one quick thing to add about the locker room is Brent mentioned every Tuesday they have these live coaching events, and there's a topic, there's usually some homework, and then people get to interact with the locker room staff, which is really very cool. You could bring your problems, you can bring your challenges, and they will actually address those. And then on top of that, as Brent mentioned, in the locker room, and Risa can really help you guys get access. There are literally dozens of on-demand training programs, like any topic that you could imagine for your business. They have a training, and some of them, these are multi-week sometimes courses. Like sometimes they're an hour long, sometimes they're like probably dozens of hours. So there is so much great content here, and it's Risa can help you kind of get acclimated with it. It's super cool. So please take advantage of it. You'll definitely benefit. And all right, let's move on. Thank you, Brent. Couple stats I wanted to mention about the industry right now that I think a lot of brokers haven't sort of got access to yet or aren't as familiar. So I wanted to go through those with you. Number one, mortgage rates. We know, well, hopefully we know this. They're down. They're on average, they're at like about just over 6 right now, 6.1, 6.2, which is down a full point from a year ago, which is amazing. And, the 30-year is down. So, if a year ago we were knocking on 7% and now we're in the low sixes. So on a $400,000 home, that's $200 less per month than a year ago. So that's big. So definitely, if you have buyers sitting on the fence, now is the time to talk to them about it. And our next one is that the NAR forecast for existing home sales will jump. So that is exciting. 14% is what they predict. But after 3 consecutive flat years, NAR predicts a double-digit increase. So this is going to hopefully driven by improved inventory and rates, of course, coming down. So we are super excited. The pie is getting bigger, but so let's help you guys get more of your slice. Next one is sorry, one second. I just lost my spot. There we go. And the medium first time home buyer used to be, when I first started, it was, I think, 31. And that was like 15 years ago. Today, the average first time home buyer age is 40. So first time home buyers are taking longer to get going. And this is actually a huge problem because it's going to mean they're not going to build as much generational wealth. We know that home equity typically increases over time. It's one of the safest sort of long-term investments. And if you don't start early, you're not going to be able to have, possibly as much when you retire. So this is a really great educational opportunity, I believe, for, younger people. We're finding the average age of a home buyer or seller right now is 56 to 59 years old. That's the average age of someone buying. Millennials, Gen Xers, they're not buying right now. So this is a great thing to think about, is maybe going after that older market, but then also helping educate the younger market on why they should do this. This is a great opportunity for you guys to be seen as heroes to those younger people. Last year, only 5% of homes, and this is such great news with AI and all the different tech products that threaten to, take away a broker's job. It's like, it's not really working, right? 5%, only 5% of homes were sold as FSBOs, for sale by owner. And in fact, more of those are attempted to be sold, but a lot of them end up selling with an agent because people overvalue their price of their home. They list it too high, it doesn't sell. They end up using a realtor anyway. So you are still super, super relevant, which is very, very exciting. So nothing to worry about as of yet, where AI is not coming for your job, hopefully anytime soon. And then the last one is 1% drop in rates. What that's actually meant is it's unlocked 5.5 million additional qualified households. These are people that can now buy that weren't able to a year ago. So, this is 500,000 more homes sell every time rates drop 1 point. So we're already in the zone. So the wave is forming. So let's paddle out to it and not watch from the beach. And those are just 5 quick stats. And the market is waking up. Buyers are coming back. Agents who know these numbers are having better conversations. So use them. Listing presentations, buyer consults, social media. Knowledge is leverage. These are great talking points. And by the way, if you're joining us a little bit, into this presentation, don't worry. All of this is being recorded. I'm going to send you all the slides. So if you didn't get any of this down, don't worry. You're going to get all access to this in the next day or so. So I'll get this out to you. All right, let's get over to the great Risa. I was going to call her Lisa. She is Risa Weiss, to tell us what is new going on at Kale. Risa.
Thank you so much, DJ. Well, I first want to talk about our coaching programs. I think Kale is unique in the fact that we provide coaching for agents at all business levels. Last month, we introduced our brand new Launch Coach program, and we held an info session on January 29th, and the response was fantastic. 20 agents have joined this program thus far, and the program's live now. So let me tell you what it is and who it's for. So, a launch coach is an experienced Kale agent. There's several on this call already today. They guide you through a structured plan to help you close your first 4 deals faster and with less chaos. Think of a launch coach as being part mentor, part business coach, part deal partner. They're going to help you build your weekly business plan so you're not winging it, and helping you set up your core systems like CRM, tracking, daily routines, and leads that actually turn into appointments through practicing scripts and doing role play, and help you stay accountable to the activities that create closings. When you get a real deal, they'll walk you through the consults, the offer strategy, the inspections, the negotiations, the whole thing. And not doing it for you, but making sure that you're executing it confidently. So who is this for? All right, get ready. So if you are new or struggling to get 4 deals a year, this is for you. Maybe you've been a licensed agent before and you haven't found the traction, and you have long gaps between deals. This is for you. If you just switched to Kale and you want to relaunch your business this way, this is for you. And if you're busy and scattered and not seeing results, this is for you. And if you just want really someone to check your progress, push you, and keep you consistent, this is for you. We are running a hands-on workshop every single Monday. People in the Launch Coach program are required to join us every single Monday, but everybody else can join us. So I will tell you that next week we are doing a real geek CRM session from 12 to 1 o'clock. Well, maybe 12 to 12:45. This is not a lecture. This is hands-on workshop. So if you want to join us, make sure you've already signed up for your CRM and ready to really dive in on using this tool. Now, we still have our transaction coach program. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. First of all, our amazing transaction coaches closed 50 deals last year. That means they were helping people who were either new to the business or haven't closed a deal in 12 months on 50 transactions. We're so excited about that. So again, a transaction coach is an experienced agent. They're going to coach you through your first transaction, from how to use that loop, your documents, how to write an offer, how to negotiate an offer, how to get from contract to close. So remember, if you need a transaction coach, definitely reach out to me and let me pair you up. And hey, you experienced agents out there, you've done dozens and hundreds of deals, and you want to give back, this is your chance. I am looking for great coaches and mentors. So if I'm talking to you and you're thinking, I want to make some more money and have another stream of income, I've got the role for you. And it is well said that you do sharpen your own skills by teaching. So it's a win for the new agents, it's a win for the coaches, and it's a win for Kale. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. But lastly, we have a third coaching program that I don't speak about enough, but I want to make sure everybody knows that we have productivity coaching. So if you're already at that point where you're closing 4 deals a year, but you want to double it, triple it, go full-time in real estate, we've got a program for you. It's called productivity coaching. And it's for agents who know what they're doing, but they're not doing it consistently. So you've got the skills, you're not brand new, but you need the accountability and better systems and somebody pushing you to the next level. So you get one-on-one coaching with this program, lead generation mastery, time blocking, mindset coaching, real-time feedback. Agents in this program go from part-time to full-time production and working consistent pipelines, even in shifting markets, and learn to work smarter. So again, if you're interested, please let's schedule this discovery call, and we'll go ahead and set up a meeting. I want to take a minute now to talk a little bit about the locker room. I know Brent already talked a little about it, but I want to talk about a few things that people often miss. So our training and coaching department, the locker room, is a nationwide organization. And there is a group, it's called the Locker Room Nations. And there's ways that you can be interacting with our Locker Room Nation. Now, first of all, every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, I'm going to repeat that, Tuesday at 1 o'clock, they offer live mastermind sessions. That means today at 1 o'clock at tlrzoom.com, you're going to learn today about the different prospecting methods. We are doing the great prospecting race for the next few weeks. The second thing a lot of agents don't realize is in our locker room universities, there's tons of on-demand training. Topics that you're looking for are sitting right there. Third, our Locker Room Nation is a great place for you to pick up leads from agents across the country, or where you can find an agent anywhere in the United States who will pick up your referral opportunity and send you a check with lots of money. So here's your top workshops this month from the Locker Room. You got to check it out. So the Great Prospecting Race, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And on demand, our agent action plan, which is a business plan on steroids. It's giving you the action to know what you want to go get and how you're going to go get it, and an execution plan. And I always love the 19 things you never learned in real estate school. You might be surprised what you didn't learn. So don't know if you have access to these courses, reach out to Rhea, REA at kalerealty.com, and she'll get you access. Okay. But we are here to help you grow your business. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to me for any ideas or insights. All right. So I'm going to pass this over to Tim. He's going to talk about some upcoming events.
So, hello, everyone. Kale Brokers, thank you so much for joining today. So, just a quick reminder, heads up on what's coming up this week. So, if you're trying to build momentum, stay compliant, and keep your pipeline moving, these sessions are worth showing up for. So, today we have our Kale sales meeting, which is a monthly recurring series, which we host once a month for about 30 minutes. Just kind of go over all of the new updates, Kale related. And then after, like Risa had mentioned, we have from 1 to 2 p.m. through the locker room, the great prospecting competition. So if prospecting has been inconsistent, this is the kind of structure and friendly competition that gets people taking action. So show up, participate, and let's push your weekly production. Tomorrow, we have Coffee Talk with DJ from 9 to 9:30 on Kale Huddle. It's a short, practical, and great way to stay connected while picking up something you can apply immediately. And then at 11 a.m., bring one real world challenge, broker related, and leave with a fresh perspective, practical, ideas, and a clear plan. Fred Scott will be problem solving with peers who lead brokerages like ours at tlrzoom.com. And then on Thursday, we have two really strong sessions for you from 10 to 11 a.m. It's real time brokerage with Rick Williams. He's going to be discussing the nuances of the contract 8.0 on Kale Huddle. So this is real world strategy and perspective you can use in the field, not just theories. And then in the evening from 6 to 7:30, we have our Kale orientation on Kale Huddle. So if you're new, definitely be there. If you've been around at Kale for a little bit, it's still worth attending just as a reset. So orientation helps you get acclimated to our tools, understand expectations, and avoid any common mistakes that slow brokers down. So everything is set up and easy to attend. Pick at least one session, put it on your calendar, and show up ready to engage. Consistency wins even when motivation doesn't. So we're going to be throwing it back over to DJ.
Hey, real quickly before we get to our celebrations and performance of what Kale's doing, I want to just recap something Risa said because she said a lot. Basically, just to sort of because you might think, oh gosh, there's all these different coaching programs. We have three of them, and they apply to agents at any sort of stage of your career. Now, if you might not figure out which one is for me, reach out to Risa. She will tell you. And I will tell you, somebody has been here for 15 years. We had none of these even 2 years ago, and probably even 1 year ago, we didn't have all of this. So when agents come to us and say, what kind of training and mentorship and support do you really offer? It's incredible. And Risa comes from Coldwell Banker, where she did this. Prior to that, at Properties. So she comes from those really amazing institutions that nailed this sort of stuff down, and she adapted it and brought it over here and built it all up for us. So I've been waiting for this for 15 years. It's the number one thing agents ask me about. Do we have mentorship and coaching? It's like, we finally do. And please take advantage of it no matter what stage you're at. And also, you may want to become a coach or a transaction coach or a productivity coach, or a launch coach, right? So you can actually participate and get compensated too. So reach out to Risa if you want it or you want to be part of it and help coach people. All right, let's talk about our performance. And by the way, back to Tim's section, he just showed you the next week of events. We have the whole next month is up on Kale Huddle. So I really encourage everybody to go to kalehuddle.com. You can see a calendar on there. There's also another link you can click where you can see all of them with the descriptions. So you'll see it's in there. And you can also ask Kaylee, what are the upcoming events? So Kaylee's our AI. Tim will talk about in a minute. All right, let's move on to some celebrations and performance. I bet a lot of people wouldn't know this. We know it, but we are actually ranked we're in the top 25 brokerages in all of the Chicagoland area. There's over 2,300 of them, believe it or not. Now, a lot of those are one-person brokerages, so it's not quite as many as it sounds, but it's still hundreds and hundreds of brokerages that are kind of near our size, and we're literally number 21 as far as volume and units sold. So thank you. We are so grateful to everyone for helping make us that number. When I started here, we had just a few agents, and now we have close to 700. So super honored to have everybody here. Also, we just want to sort of, speaking of people who are here, let's talk about the new agents who joined us last month. And so we have Shabir Shams, Lily Zhu, David Johnson returning back. Lily Zhu also returning back. Great to see her. We are so honored when people, maybe they go explore another opportunity, and we always tell them, please come back, and they do. And here's two people that came back, and we are so grateful. Kenna Pastori, also somebody that has come back. I just realized. Dexter Henley Jr., Amanda T. Lam, Asher Rahana. We have Sadiq Sherwani, Chris Placeris, Mariah Hill, Liddell Nance, Padmini Baumik, and Brad Etlin. So we've had, actually, there's a bunch of people coming back who came back this last month. And so please, we are so grateful to have everybody who is new or returning. Thank you for that. A little bit about our and I'm sorry. Now we got to pass it over to Rob. So Rob, let's. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I think I took your thunder there. My apologies. Go ahead though, Rob, and let's keep going with some of the award spotlights.
Well, welcome to the Kale family, to all the new agents. Before the full rankings, we have a few standouts. Joe Napoli, $12.88 million deal at 18670 Graphics Drive in Tinley Park. And that wasn't his only one. Second deal at the same complex for 9.4 million. Two commercial transactions over 22.3 million in a single month. Joe, absolutely incredible. Commercial spotlight, Marco Rodriguez listed and sold a $2.67 million property at 4201 West Division. Great work, Marco. And a reminder, Kale handles commercial. If you've got clients looking at commercial mixed use or investment properties, we've got the support to get those deals done. Our rental MVP is Lorenzo Ricks with 12 rental transactions in January, all listings. Lorenzo is proof that there's real money in rentals if you build the systems. Want to add a rental stream? Study what Lorenzo's doing. Now, our full top 10 by volume, we have Joe Napoli at 22,305,000, Marco Rodriguez at 2,667,500, Suli Gazofer 1,385,000, Shlomo Errol 1,306,000, Brandon Suzuki 1,235,000, George Monsef 885,000, Ricardo Delgado 845,000, James Mason 837,500, Natalia Zukovsky 799,000, and Chen Kun Chen at $794,900. Our top agents by units, Shlomo Errol again, 3 units, Joe Napoli, 2 units, Suli Gazofer, 2 units, Ricky Delgado, 2 units, James Mason, 2 units, Chen Kun Chen, 2 units, Trevor Engelhart, 2 units, Pavlo Fedorov, 2 units, Tashara McKissick, 2 units, and Kyle Hadley, 2 units. Now let's give some love to our rental side. Top 3 by rental volume, Lorenzo Ricks, 17,275 from 12 units. Nick Katsafatos, $4,600.28. It was just 1 unit. And Maveen Fatima, $4,500 for 2 units. Top rental agents by units in January, Lorenzo Ricks, 12 units, Maveen Fatima, 2 units, and Darius Hennington with 2 units. 122 closed transactions in January, 87 sales for nearly $53 million in volume, plus 35 rentals. It's a strong start to the year. Congratulations to everyone.
All right. Thank you, Rob. And I apologize for taking your part of your spot. You'll have to take part of mine. Well, we want to talk about A&N Mortgage Day. They were unable to be on the call. You may have met them at the event last week, and they are on a lot of our events. They just can't make it today. They're on other meetings, but they asked me to speak on their behalf. So if you haven't used A&N, this is our lending partner, and Maria Kennedy and Terrence Terrell, those are your 2 reps over there. They're not on the call, of course, but they have over 30 years of combined experience. They work with many of our producers, and they're a big reason, and this is important, why we can keep our fees as low as we can and pay out the commissions that we do. A lot of times we get asked, how are you able to do that? It's because of partnerships like this. So we really want you to consider using them for your clients. But here's a few mortgage stats that should change how you talk to buyers. So first, half of all buyers are only shopping one lender, which is crazy, right? Half of buyers, one lender. So, that decision can cost people up to close to $50,000 over 30 years because the spread between the best and worst rates right now is over a full point. So send your clients to A&N for at least a second quote. Even if they love their lender, the comparison might save them tens of thousands of dollars. That's huge, right? Now, also, quick another stat is 49%, and this is big, of buyers struggling with down payments, right? We have a lot of those. they have never explored, half of them have never explored assistance programs. So this is huge. Right here in Illinois, there are billions of dollars available, state programs, county programs, city programs, forgivable loans, zero interest second mortgages. Your buyers could be leaving anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 on the table because nobody told them about this. So A&N, they know all these programs, right? So reach out to them and see if your buyers, would qualify and it would make sense. And you'll be a hero, of course, to them. So that's the couple of the stats there. And quick reminder, this is A&N. They're our preferred partner. They have access, and this is what's really cool about them, and you might not know. They have access to over 30 banks, so they shop rates around, right? You go to certain other institutions, it's just what they have. They have access to 30 different lending institutions, so they will shop it around and get you the best possible rate, and they have all sorts of access to niche programs, and they'll get deals closed, I promise. They do annually $5 billion just here in Chicago, $5 billion in closed volume. I'm sorry, not annually, but over the life of them doing this. They do hundreds of million a year annually. They're awesome. So, all right. I'm going to give you access to, we'll get access to Maria and Terrence over to you. We'll have them reach out. Everybody who joined Kale should have received some welcome information from them, but we'll make sure that you're getting that access. And if you don't know how to access them, reach out to us. We'll get you in touch and you can get pre-approval done through them. All right, Rick, very excited to talk to Rick. He is our managing broker, Rick Williams, and he's also going to talk about another sort of arm of Kale Realty that is really important for us and also helps us keep those fees really low for you and keep our commissions high, which is utilizing Rivers Title. This is our legal partnership with Chicagoland Property Law, and this is one of those Kale's advantages that directly impacts your paycheck. So, Rick, take it away.
All right. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate the intro. Yes. So, a lot of you have received phone calls, from me regarding Rivers Title and are already involved with the program and helping out. Once again, keeping your fees down and everything like that by our ancillary programs such as this. And the main crux of this is, there's a lot of things that you will be saving. First of all, your client. The moment that you utilize one of the Chicagoland property law attorneys, and that would be Mitch Manchione and or Frank Panzica, and then there are three other attorneys that are there. One had joined us on the Saturday at our program there. And then as it states here, 11 paralegals. They're Spanish and Polish speaking. So we got that covered, really well. If those are, if there's some language barriers with that. So, that'll alleviate it. And what happens is we automatically drop their title cost $500 when you utilize them. That equates to, because title is based on the actual, sale price, between 28 to 32%. So an average, let's say 30% off your title costs just for your client by utilizing Rivers Title. Okay. So keep that in mind. It's a win for them. Secondly, it certainly helps us at Kale to keep all of your costs down by making our ancillary monies. And then thirdly, there is an opportunity for you as agents to also make money as a Rivers, via Rivers Title. Talk to me if that's something that you want to look into. Many of you are already part of that program and are already benefiting many dollars in your pocket as a result of this. So this can be a win-win-win. Right now, it's a win-win, and if you're part of the program, it could be a triple win. So please call me anytime in regards to this, and I'll help you out with it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks,
Appreciate
Rick.
you all being here.
I just used Mitch as my attorney for my last when I sold and bought, and I've used him before that, and he's amazing. So please consider using him, and everybody wins, including yourself and your client. All right, we're going to get into some compliance, which again I know isn't always the most exciting topic, but it really is the most important topic because this protects your license and protects our license as well. So Rob, he's our compliance officer. He's going to walk us through some issues that Illinois brokers are getting dinged for the most right now. We don't want that to happen to you. So Rob, take it away.
Okay, well, since January 1st of last year, all brokerage agreements must be in writing. Buyer, seller, tenant, doesn't matter. You must disclose compensation in specific terms, include an expiration date, and be signed before you tour a property with a buyer. This is IDFPR's #1 enforcement priority right now. So if you're showing houses without a signed buyer broker agreement, you are exposed, full stop. Wire fraud losses hit $500 million last year, 50-fold increase in cases in under a decade. 1 in 4 parties in a real estate transaction is now targeted. Criminals are using AI to clone voices, spoof emails, even deep fake video calls. The rule is simple: never send wire instructions by email. Tell every client on day one, if you get wire instructions by email, call the title company at the number I gave you before you touch anything. Agents have been held 85% liable in court for forwarding unverified instructions. Career-ending mistake. Quick terminology update. It's now called a disclosure report, not disclosure statement. It must be delivered before the contract is signed. Where agents get in trouble is helping the seller fill it out or knowing about a defect and not flagging it. Under the Illinois Consumer Fraud Act, you can be held liable. Your job is to make sure the seller completes it and to document that the buyer received it before execution, not to write it for them. This is a renewal year for brokers and leasing agents. Your broker license expires April 30th. If this is your first renewal, you will need the 45-hour post-license education, not the 12-hour continuing education. This is the most common mistake, and IDFPR will not renew you if you take the wrong course. If this is a subsequent renewal, you need 12 hours. A new 6-hour core course with 2 hours fair housing plus 6 hours of electives, including sexual harassment prevention. Don't wait. A lapse means you can't practice, $50 fee, and if it's expired more than 5 years, you start over from scratch. As a reminder, the Safer Homes Act. Rental agents, listen up. As of January 1st, every written residential lease in Illinois, new or renewal, must include a 4-page summary of rights for safer homes as the first pages. Every tenant signs each page. Noncompliance can cost you up to $2,000 in damages plus attorney's fees. Download the form at dhr.illinois.gov. You cannot shorten it or modify it. If you're doing rentals in Loop, build this into your template now.
Great, Rob. Thank you very much. Anything else you're seeing from Kale agents are struggling right now?
As always, there are a lot of price changes being made without written authorization prior to the change being made. You do not have authority to market a property at a price other than what is in writing on the listing agreement or addendum to the listing agreement.
Rob, are emails still okay if a buyer or if a seller says change it to this price, or is that not acceptable?
Emails are acceptable if they include the property address, the effective date, the previous price, and the new price.
It's a lot of information. Maybe better just to use the price change form.
It's definitely better just to use the price change form.
By the way, if any of you are struggling finding this information, or maybe it's 2 a.m. and we're not around to call, Kaylee is our AI, which Tim's going to talk about here in just a moment. It has a lot of this information built in. You speak to it just like ChatGPT, and Tim's going to tell you more about that. So, Tim, take it away.
Incredible segue there, DJ. So quick Kaylee reminder. So before you email support or even Rob, try Kaylee on Kale Huddle first. This is our 24/7 AI assistant. So if you have questions or you want to look up fees, listing activation, dot loop access, Real Geeks and CRM access, forms, she handles all of it, nights and weekends included. So access Kaylee at kalehuddle.com or on the Kale Realty app. It's Kale Realty. And she's not just for Kale questions. So you can ask her anything about real estate, marketing, or growing your business. She's ChatGPT, but also knows everything about us here at Kale. The most common question that we see are, what are Kale's fees? Okay. So in the case that Kaylee is not providing answers that you are unsure of or are not applicable, please give it a thumbs down and our staff will reach out to you immediately to correct them or provide further insight. So if you're not sure about what to ask Kaylee, start with what's slowing you down in real estate transaction. Ask about Kale fees, listing activation, forms, dot loop steps, or CRM access. If you can describe your situation or one or two sentences, Kaylee can actually give you a real clear answer and write, the right link in Kale Huddle in nearly seconds. So please go try her out. We've kind of been raising her to the support staff member that she currently is today. So try it out, see what you think, and then reach out to us if we could be of any assistance. Now I'm going to swing it back over to DJ.
Yeah, for Kaylee, if you haven't used it yet, Kale Huddle as .com, as Tim mentioned. And then also, if everybody hasn't yet done this, as soon as you're done here, we'd appreciate it if you went to your respective app store for your mobile device, the Google Store or the Apple Store, and download Kale Realty. Do a search for Kale Realty. That's our app. Kaylee has a direct little link in there, so it makes it really easy to find. And we have a lot of great information in that app as well. So feel free to download that or just go to kalehuddle.com for Kaylee access. Okay, we just wanted to recap some of the action items from today. So those 5 market stats I mentioned at the beginning, if you came in late, don't worry, you're going to get access to this presentation with those stats here by tomorrow. I'll get that out to you and use those in your client conversations. Refer agents to us. We always love a good referral because you're the agents that we like the most, and you're the agents that we are so proud to have, and anyone you recommend we want to talk to. So just message myself, Risa, Tim, say, hey, talk to my friend so-and-so. We'll do the rest, and then you can get paid when they join us. And please plug into the locker room, right? That's our training and coaching arm, and they do events all the time. You can go to Risa for information there, or Rhea. Both of them can get you access. And also, you can go to kalehuddle.com. It has a lot of the locker room not courses necessarily, but the live events, which they do every single Tuesday. So it's there and you can access that as well. Back to Risa, she is in charge of all of the coaching, mentoring, the 3 different coaching programs that we currently have, and really everything related to growth. So if you want to grow in your business or you want to help somebody grow in their business, reach out to Risa. She'll get you connected with the right program. And as Risa will tell you, we probably have more coaching programs than any other firm. And that is a crazy thing for a firm of like us, this little mom and pop firm that we have this, because it is incredible. And please take advantage of it. It'll really help grow your business. And again, check Kale Huddle, as we've been mentioning, for all of the events and all the information, Kaylee. And, it's just a lot of great stuff in there. And please try Kaylee when you need support. Obviously, we're always here to support you in person, but if it's late at night and we're not around, Kaylee is a great option. And Kaylee's faster than we are on our support team, and she's more accurate usually too. So feel free to give that a chance. And again, if you're not getting the result you want, just reach out to us. We'll take care of you, of course. A&N Mortgage, as we mentioned, please give them a chance on your next buyer pre-app, and also Chicagoland Property Title. So reach out to Rick, and he can get you connected with our attorneys and get your clients some benefit, and you some benefit as well for using them. Please, as Rob said, stay compliant. Help us out. We don't want to deal with compliance issues, and neither do you. So if you ever have a compliance question, you reach out to us and let us know. And the Safe Homes Act in particular is really important. So reach out to Rob for more information there. And I think Kaylee has information on it too. And then join our Kale Huddle community. So inside of Kale Huddle, we have our own intranet, and we'd love to have more agents participate. Think of it as a Facebook, but not on Facebook. And it's just for our agents, and it allows us to communicate with you. You communicate with other agents. And we are moving away from our broker chat, which is our private Facebook group, because a lot of you just don't like Facebook, and we appreciate that. So we've built our own, and so we're supporting both at the moment, but eventually we're going to migrate away from Facebook. So go into Kale Huddle, subscribe to a community. It's at the top of the page in the navigation bar, and you just have to register once, and then you're in forever, and you'll see all of our updates. And Tim and Risa are posting in there every day, just about, with new information. It's really very cool if you haven't seen it. So please give that an opportunity. And that's really all we had for this month. Thank you so much for being here. I know we went a little late, but you're the reason all of us on this call have jobs. So we are really grateful that you're here. We're very lucky at Kale Realty, where we are also not out there producing, right? We work for you guys. So please let us know how we can support you and help you. Thank you for being here. I hope this was helpful to you. We'll get this information out to you so you can watch the replay and check some of the slides in case you missed them. And thank you to everyone for speaking. Risa, Tim, Rick, Rob, and Brent. Thank you. This is our leadership group, and we are so honored to support and help all of you. So thanks for being a Kale agent. Have an amazing February, and always let us know what we can do to help. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.